Hello, we're on to the last four of the Cup competition, the semi-finals, and my club Chelsea is still representing London and all the Chelsea fans from there as well too. And we try to stop Manchester City from, who knows, potentially winning a quadruple this season. Of course, we have the opportunity to stop them in the FA Cup and also in the Champions League competition. We have the opportunity to win both of those trophies, which will be quite extraordinary. Manchester City got themselves into the final of the League Cup competition against Tottenham, so there could be one there. They're basically guaranteed to win the Premier League. So who knows what they will achieve this season. But either way, the somewhat special you have to make them. So that's Chelsea taking on Manchester City. Also, we have Leicester City taking on Southampton for these semi-final games. But first up, as you see in the title there, we'll have a look back at the quarter-final games. First up, it was Bournemouth, who were the final championship sides, who were taking on Southampton. And it was a pretty easy victory for Southampton there, a 3-0 win, with Gineppo scoring a goal and Nathan Redmond, my first name, Nathan, scored a couple of goals to give them the easy victory and easy passage into the semi-finals. Manchester City, everyone's tough team this season because they've been well adapted in terms of having more players in their squads, more more expensive lineups because they pour a lot of money into the clubs. Their benches for their jam packed with superstars as well as their frontliners. So even with all the extra injuries and COVID cases throughout the season, they're able to adapt to it, and of course the fact that they are no fan base there, I think the stadiums doesn't face them at all as well, has really helped their cause. So a 2-0 win against Everton with Gundogan and De Bruyne scored a couple of goals very late on in the match, to be fair, 84th and 90th. So Everton gave them a good one for their money. But at the end of the day, if you look at the stats, they always have nearly 3/4 of their possession, 25% on this occasion, 15 to 10 shots and 6 to 2 on target. This was at Goodison Park as well. Chelsea, we had quite favourable draws in the FA Cup competition of this season. We had Sheffield United for this match, a 2-0 victory, with Norwood with an own goal and Ziyech in stoppage time. So it wasn't convincing at all. And if you look at the stats, it says 7 shots each, and it actually says 4 to 3 shots on target for Sheffield United. And I believe we definitely got lucky in this match, and we got lucky in the previous game against the Championship side of Barnsley. But at the end of the day, you just have to score the goals, hang on for dear life at times, because the points or the goals that you score don't really matter. It's just the fact to win the match, either normal time, extra time, on penalties, or whatever the case may be. Just get further in the competition, like look what we did in the Champions League game there against Porto. We had a 2-0 lead. We lost the second leg 1-0, but in the end of the day, we're the ones that are happy with that loss. Porto are upset because they eliminated. And finally, it was Leicester City defeating Manchester United 3-1, which came as a surprise because Manchester United have been basically winning all of the games away from home this season and been looking red hot. So Ian Archer scored a couple of goals, Tillemans as well. Greenwood had equalised at the time for Man United going into half time, but the second half did the trick for Leicester City. So that leaves us with that Chelsea, Manchester City, and Leicester City taking on Southampton. And we look at the previews for the games there, give some insights. In the games, that says Chelsea has lost 4 of the last 5 FA Cup ties against Manchester City, including a 2-1 loss at the stage in 2013. However, they did win the most recent such encounter 5-1 in February 2016. Manchester City have won 6 of their past 9 meetings with Chelsea in all competitions, drawn 1, lost 2, beating the Blues 3-1 at Stamford Bridge in the Premier League already this season. Manchester City have lost none of their 3 meetings with Chelsea at the new Wembley Stadium, so they're all sort of bad statistics here, you have to say. Chelsea are looking to reach the FA Cup final for the 15th time, with only Arsenal 21 and Manchester United 20 reaching it more often than the Blues. Chelsea have won 7 of the last 8 semi-final ties, losing only against Manchester City in 2013 in this one. So we have a lot more experience being in the competition, a lot more trophies than Man City. Man City have won 9 of their last 11 FA Cup semi-final matches, so they have been eliminated at this stage in 2 of the 4 previous campaigns under Pep Guardiola and versus Arsenal in both 2017 and 2020. So what's going to happen here then? Chelsea's odds are $4.33, $3.40 for the draw, and $1.72 for Manchester City. And this is after the 90-minute period. If it's still a draw, goes to extra time, and then goes to penalties. And it's been played at Wembley, so no home advantage, not necessarily that there is at this stage. I believe there might actually be fans for this game. I'm not quite sure on that because of the COVID restrictions have been easing as of late. So I've got to go with Chelsea, got to go with my side here to make the final, of course. It's going to be a very difficult match that will mean so much to knock Manchester City of any hope of winning all 4 trophies this season. Going to go with a 2-1 scoreline, and the Football Simulator is also going to go with a 2-1 scoreline for Chelsea. And next up, we have Leicester City taking on Southampton. So one of these teams will take on Chelsea or Manchester City in the final. We have $1.80 for Leicester, $3.40 for the draw, and $3.75 for Southampton. If we look at insights, say Southampton have won their last 2 FA Cup meetings with Leicester, with a 1-0 and a 2-0 victory, 2006 and 2008. Leicester beat Southampton 2-0 in the Premier League earlier this season. They had not beaten the Saints twice in the same campaign, would you believe it, for like 10 years, 2011-2012 Championship campaign. This is Leicester's 8th FA Cup semi-final, won 4, lost 3, and first since 1982 when they lost 2-0 to the eventual winners Tottenham Hotspur. Having won 2 of their 3 FA Cup semi-final ties between 1898 and 1902, Southampton have progressed from just 2 of their subsequent 9 such matches between 1976 and 2003. And Leicester have lost all 3 of their matches at the new Wembley Stadium, with their last victory at Wembley coming in 2000 League Cup final against Tranmere, winning 2-1. Also tonight, this was the fixture that Southampton lost 9-0 last season in the Premier League, of course. They also lost 9-0 against Manchester United this season as well too, so it's pretty extraordinary that their manager, Wilf Hasenhuttl, has remains in charge, despite 2 of the equal worst losses in Premier League history. So for this match here, I'm going to back Leicester City to win it 3-1, and the Football Simulator is going to go up to Southampton 4-3, and both results are within the 90 minutes. Oh wow, just in time there, big man. I was just about to finish all of the streams there for tonight. You're watching that AFL. Going to be there just a short time. Yeah, fair enough. I was just finishing, so yep. Have fun with that. Who's playing at the moment? Hopefully it's a good game. Is it a close game, or is it one of those big scoring whats? I'll just have a quick look here. So yeah, I was just mentioning, going to go Chelsea and Leicester City to win the FA Cup semi-final games. Okay, it looks like it. It's the St Kilda taking on Richmond, 22-21. I've got the scoreline here. So close encounter so far, so hopefully it'll be quite a good game. But yeah, if you're new to the channel, feel free to subscribe. If you enjoy the video, thumbs up, all that jazz, and feel free to check out that AFL if you're also interested, and the football, of course. Cheers.